an atrocious thing like that. It's obvious collusion, isn't it? And then he squirms out of the trial for August the 8th, scheduled for August the 8th, and scheduled there for, 8 or 9 months or a year or something like that. He wiggles out of that by saying that there's a motion before the court to quash, which should have been stricken instantly. And because there's a motion to dismiss, which also should have been denied instantly, because a motion to dismiss in small claims court is verboten. There has to be a trial in small claims court. And that night we came for the trial, and he slithered out of it. And I told him face to face, eyeball to eyeball, you have denied my due process of law. You have perjured your oath. And my monitors, Patrick Hanley, George McDermott, and Suzanne McCormick, said that all of the lawyers sitting in the jury box looked at one another in astonishment. It's about time that somebody stood up in open court and faced these people with their diabolics. Glendora opposed the motion of liar for hire, Walter A. Sarok, at Liar for Hire, law firm, Sadly Stevens, Jerk and Jerk. Sadly Stevens, Burke and Burke. And Walter Sarok was not able to answer Glendora's opposition to his illegal and unlawful motion to dismiss in small claims court, and to his totally deficient and defective motion to quash subpoenas. Savarino, Masterilli, and Sulaco and Lewis, and DeCrenza, and Eacock, and Viro, you all know that you did wrong. You will never have your peace, and you will never have your success and your happiness until you get down on your knees and admit you're wrong. Repent, take your punishment, and reform. The rest of your life is going to be what it is now. In this jolly news, here's a letter from Joseph Cronin in Lindenhurst, Long Island, who's a great fan of the Chat with Glendora, and whose contact we enormously appreciate. And here's a prayer for you, Joseph. God did not give us a spirit of weakness. God gives us a spirit of strength. And you are so strong. June the 11th, Semper Fidelis. Here's some jokes from my brother, Gordon. Everybody says to me, where did you hear all these jokes? And I tell them that my family always told jokes. So I started out in life with a huge collection already. And here's one he tells you. Peter de Vries is quoted as saying, if you want my final opinion on the mystery of life and all that, I can give it to you in a nutshell. The universe is like a safe to which there is a combination, but the combination is locked up in a safe. That's funny, but I think that the universe combination is very, very visible. And I think, Mr. DeVries, all you have to do is spend time in the right place looking for it. Women. Why did God create women? Because after one look at Adam, he realized man was going to need some help. Thank you, Gordon. Gordon wants to go down to see the United States Marine Museum that opened up November of last year. And I told my nephew Stephen, Gordon's son, that I would like to go with him. Not that I want to see the Marine Museum, because I don't like war. I want to go so I can be with my brother Gordon, who is 84 years old. And the American International College, my alma mater in Springfield, Massachusetts, is having a homecoming in October, and honoring the class of 1957 and the class of 1982. And a good time will be had by all, but I am not going. I went to the class of 1950. And here is a letter to you from, attention, Rockland County, attention, Jim Cahagan and wife Helen. I have asked them to send you these pictures for 4 years. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy's in heaven, and there's his wife Helen, and there's one of their pussycats. Oh, they have the most beautiful pussycats. That's Helen and Jim. And this is Danny boy. Isn't he handsome? Danny boy, let me get the glare off of you. Isn't he handsome? Hi, Danny boy. What a handsome kitty cat. And they're indoor cats. And here is Betty. Isn't she cute? Look at those ears. Pause for love. But this pause is spelled P-A-W-S. And Susan Kitty Cat in Pigskill and Terry Porter spend their lives and their dollars and their ergs of energy rescuing kitty cats and helping them, giving them medical need, or supplying their medical needs, their albine needs, and their happiness and their comfort. And Terry writes, Dear Glendora, thank you once again for your generous donation of $100 to Pause for Love Incorporated. You have no idea of how much this helps our cause. I don't remember a summer with as many kittens. If only people would get them spayed and neutered. Please do. Little kittens shouldn't come into the world. Every little kitten who comes into the world has to have a person, the way .com does. And, well, she has a half a person now, and the way Sebastian does. Every kitten who comes into the world has to have a person. Please get your kitty cats and your doggies spayed and neutered. Don't bring kittens and puppies into the world to suffer. Thank you for caring. Sincerely, Terry Porter, Pause for Love, in Crumpon, New York. That's the Peekskill area. And thank you for these lovely flowers. Here's a letter from somebody whom I respect and love and have since 1993, when Cablevision took a chat with Glendora off of TV in Nassau County. They thought they could do that. But it happens to be a law of public access. And Glendora brought them to court, and they were told to put the program back onto TV. And they have, and it's been there ever since. But above and beyond all that is a friendship with Diane Bennett. And a very nice letter. She says, "Hi Glendora, hello Glendora. Enclosed are 2 DVDs. The one in the paper marked Disc E was blank, and the other one looks fine. It sounds I don't know. Oh, it sounds great, and it was very entertaining." Oh, thank you, Diane. One show per DVD, please. I hope all is good with you. Best regards, Diane. And Diane Franklin enjoyed your letter too. Franklin, who is in heaven. Mary Ramage writes me lovely letters, crochets me beautiful blankets, and also for the cats. She sent this great card. What a cat this is. Look at that. It's a long hair tuxedo cat. Isn't he beautiful? Look at those big eyes. I've never seen one like that. Well, God never goes short on variety and beauty. Here's my neighbor's house is for sale. It's a beautiful house. It's an old farmhouse, and then they added to the back of it and made a great sunroom and a great kitchen. And the house is selling for $390,000. Do you want it? And let me give you some of his features. 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 half bath, all with ceramic tile flooring, kitchen dining area with antique wood burning cook stove, and tin ceiling. That's the way it used to be, folks. You're too young to remember that. The living room is approximately 15 feet by 14 feet with original wood floor. A beautiful sunroom that they added. All the master bedroom has an outside spiral stairway to the ground level. The attic is accessible for expansion. There's 2 attics, one for the old house and one for the new part. Antique features and original wood floors, a garden shed or shop, plus a 2-story barn that they just painted maroon. Beautiful color. It's approximately 3 acres with abundant evergreens. Well, I doubt very much that you're going to buy it, but it's kind of interesting to listen to. She took me through it all, and I thought it was a lovely, lovely home with a nice front porch, with a nice bench to sit on. All my neighbors have front porches and lawn furniture, and nobody sits in it. They're all here, there, everywhere, busy all the time. I can't do this, I gotta do this, I can only stay a minute. A petition to enact the Bill of Rights Restoration Act. Title 42 of the United States Code, Section 1983, is the civil rights part, where if anybody who works for a government hurts you in any way, that all of those people are liable to you. It's not very well spoken, Glendora. If anybody comes along and violates your civil rights, that person is liable to you under Title 42 of the United States Code, Section 1983. And there are other parts, like Section 1985, conspiracy. You should read that. United States Code, Title 42. Every person includes judges. Don't you ever let anybody tell you that a judge is immune from being sued. Congress made no such law. The judges cheated and invoked immunity, but they had no legal basis for it, and it's a big lie. And they cannot quote a law made by Congress that a judge is immune, or any public servant is immune. Don't you ever fall for that. Every person who, under color of any statute, ordinance, regulation, custom, or usage of any state or territory or the District of Columbia, subjects or causes to be subjected any citizen of the United States or other person within the jurisdiction thereof to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured is liable to you. Thank you, Michael Brown. Now here's Article 28, Rule 1654. It tells you that in all events of the United States, the parties may plead and conduct their own cases personally or by counsel. Now, counsel doesn't mean a lawyer. You can conduct your cases personally. I am a pro se. I have been a pro se for 20 years. And I brought maybe 200 lawsuits to the courts. Well, Glendora, that's tautological. I brought 200 lawsuits pro se. Pro se. Never, ever hire a lawyer. A lawyer is a cheater. He's part of the system. And if he isn't part of the system, he's out of the system. There's no such thing as a good lawyer. Just as there's no such thing as a good judge. And I have 100,000 pages and documents to prove that, of record. Go pro se. That's all. I want to remind you again of these vegetarian meat analogs. Why eat a cow, a poor cow? Why eat a poor cow who never did you any harm, or anybody any harm? A cow has a baby, a cow has a little calf. What do? They take the milk away from the calf and sell it to you, and you're sucker enough to buy it. And what do they do with the little baby calf? They put him in a little container where he won't get any light or fresh air, so that he will be anemic, and then you eat it as veal. Well, here's a great veal substitute. It's called Loma Linda Worthington Foods Tender Bits. They look like veal, and they taste like veal. but nobody went through that horrible, suffering, agonizing, torturing, and deprivation of life. I want you to become a vegetarian. I want you to be a vegan. A vegan doesn't eat any animal products. Eggs, milk, cheese, honey. Why should you steal a bee's honey? Why should you steal a hen's eggs? Is that right? You know very well it's not right. If you want your life to go right, you stop this instantly. Do not eat any animal products. So here are the substitutes. I showed you one. And we have Big Franks. They're pretty good, but the best of all the Franks is Leanies, frozen Leanies by Worthington Foods. We have chili, excellent. Chocolates. My kitty cats will go through a can of chocolates in 2.5 days. Dinner cuts, and they love those equally. Fried chicken. Now these are all soybean or grain products. When you eat a cow, I started saying, I didn't finish it, you're getting your protein secondhand. You get your protein firsthand. Lean cats, delicious sausage, prime steaks, great entree, saucettes, another kind of sausage, very good. Savory dinner loaf, a big dinner loaf, and it's so good with gravy and potato and a green vegetable. Scallops, breaded and deep fried. Swiss steaks, superb flavor. Tender bits, I just showed you. Tender rounds. I should order some tender rounds. I think I know what they are. Tuna, do not buy. It's not a good product. Vegelinks are very good, but as I say, the best of the vegetarian hot dogs is Leanies, frozen Leanies. Burger, vegetarian burger, vegetable steaks. You know, you should go see the Seventh-day Adventist church. You people in Long Island, there's a great Seventh-day Adventist center out in Manhasset on Shelter Rock Road. Go there, it's beautiful. They have the most wonderful health food store and books. Books about your great God. Bologna's good, vegetarian bologna's excellent. Chicken nuggets, those are fine. Golden croquettes, dinner roast. How is that different from the other roast? Savory dinner roast. They're both savory. Leanies, there's the leanies I told you about. Fry pats, that's the best of all of the vegetarian hamburgers. There are many delicious vegetarian hamburgers, many, many, many. Amy's and Garden Burger, but the best of them all is Worthington Foods fry pats. You cannot get those in the store. You've got to go to a Seventh-day Adventist church to the health store in the back to get those fry pats. That's the best of all of the vegetarian hamburgers. And the next one is a commercial one that you can get in the stores. That is Grillers, the original Grillers. There's all kinds of flavors of Griller with black bean and this and that. There's salami, it's fair. I do not recommend it. There's sliced chicken, vegetarian sliced chicken, it's good. It makes good sandwiches. And smoked turkey, vegetarian. And, oh, this is delectable, wham. It's ham, but it's vegetarian ham. And it's, for what? It tastes so good. Chicken broth, vegetarian gravy, McKay seasoning, Cafe Roma, and Tofu Hero, all natural seasoning mix. What is this? Oh, this was nice of you, Mr. Richard Wolfe. This was so nice of you to print out the grid from it, www.thechatwithglendora, whatever it is, .com. And he printed it out, and show number, the first show that went up on the internet was on Independence Day of the year 2004, and it was show number 3,809, and this, Dick Wolfley takes this up to 4,456, which is where it ends on the www.chatwithglendora.com, and then YouTube picks up show number 4,457 up to this current show, which I told you was what? 4,590, almost 4,600 shows. That's all right. It only took 34 years to do these. I think we're through with the announcements. Folks, you have any announcement? I'll cooperate with you. I will cooperate with you, folks, and help you with your announcements. That's my brother Gordon, my brother Ralph, my sister Helene, and youngest Glendora. And this is Glennie, folks. I want to remind you about two things about lawyers. I've reminded you about one: never hire one. Never have anything to do with a lawyer. This is Glennie Atlas, holding the world on shoulders with all these crooked courts. But I don't care. It's the thing to do. We've got to tell them that they're doing wrong, the judges, the lawyers, and the clerks. We have to tell them that we know they're doing wrong, and we have to show them how they can admit it, repent, reform, and give us good court. Wouldn't it be nice if you could go to court and find somebody who would give you justice? Wouldn't that be grand? Well, it's not there, and it hasn't been there. The devil has got the courts. The mob is running the court, whatever mob it is. I don't know what mob it is. Okie dokie, folks. It's 6:30 in the morning, or is it 7:30? I got up at 4:45 because Billy Juditsky is going to take me to Walmart, and I'm going to buy Estevaran a track phone. With all the money that Estevaran has, or had before the court, O'Connell and Rousman and all of their accomplices stole her money. With all the money that she had, hi Sebastian, they put her in a place where she doesn't have her own phone. So I think the solution to that is a track phone, don't you folks? I don't know what they are, but I'm going down to Walmart and buy one for her. You buy the phone and you buy the card that gives you 60 minutes of phone